And so I talk about not arriving when we're initially born. And it doesn't really seem to make sense. I mean, surely we're here after all. We experience life, in physical bodies. We can see the trees and taste food and stuff like that. But I know for myself, I spend an enormous amount of time, I can spend an enormous amount of time in my head, disconnected from being fully present to everything that is arising in each moment. And I've noticed that babies who land fully when they're born have a different quality of presence. They're much more present than other children. Children are generally much more present than adults. But these babies that are fully seen and fully encouraged to softly, gently, over time land in their bodies have a different quality of being in this world. And it feels almost Buddha-like. It's kind of like very grounded, very present, very good eye contact and so on. And so it's almost like the work of our time is this work of looking into how is it that we can do that for ourselves, that we can actually finally arrive. I'm 64. How at the age of 64 do I manage to land in this body, fully land in this body? And so there's a process that is involved in that. And it's a process of initially kind of recognizing that there's more than just the physical body, that I can raise my consciousness and expand my awareness into a place of recognizing the interconnection of all that is, and recognizing this kind of extraordinary kind of life force energy that imbues all things, and that is not it's not specific to me, Robin. It belongs to it all. And so I recognize that first, and then having kind of expanded into that space, there's a return, there's a turning around and a bringing that life force, that kind of quality of vast, peaceful wisdom that resonates with a feeling of love down into the body, through the head, through the sort of the throat area, which is the area where we get to speak our truth, but also where we get to be able to receive information, down into the heart, where we often so constricted because the heart can be so sad, and moving through that sadness into a place of real connection beyond this tiny physical body, and then lower down into a sort of place in the belly where we hold our own unique note of who we are, and all the way down into the feet. And bringing that in is like anchoring the sacred feminine, because the yang movement towards the light, yang is often associated with masculine. The movement of the yang is towards the light. It's very action oriented, it's directive, it's focused, it's linear, and it's like up to a place of yearning, of expanding beyond. And then the return, which is the anchoring of the sacred feminine into form, is becoming like a receiver. It's just simply dropping from that place of expansion into the physicality of being present here. Breathing into that. Just going, wow. This is truly what coming home feels like. Breathing up and landing.